Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Emma and I'm from Edinburgh, which is the one in Scotland. Alba, the old country. This is my first ever Friday Sews ever. So yeah, I've been googling about doing one for a wee while now, and yeah, why not? So I'll play the intro and yeah, we can have a wee chit chat. So, for those who've just found me via the hashtag Friday Sews, welcome, and I do hope you consider subscribing if you like my chit chat. It would be lovely to have you here. It's a slow little growing community over here, but I do enjoy it. I predominantly talk about sewing, dressmaking in particular. And because I'm in quotes a fat sewist, I call myself a fat sewist. I talk a lot about inclusive patterns, and I do something over on my stories and highlight them, where people want a alternative to a much smaller sized pattern. It could be independent pattern, and or it could be the big four, or something that they've seen on Pinterest. If people have got any ideas of an inclusive pattern in their size and above, yes, so I do that over on stories on my Instagram, and my Instagram is so do it Emma, obviously. And sometimes it's not so obvious, but yeah, I'm just over 40. I'll be 42 in January. I don't know where the last 2-3 years have gone. It's just like, where? It's like sucked up. It's like a big time warp pool that just seems to suck in time, and you just don't know where it goes. But I suppose I think that kind of happens when you get older. Time seems to go a lot quicker. Maybe. Answering below. Yeah. If you've got any other questions, just ask me below and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. Usually I'm quick, sometimes I'm slow. It just depends. But I will try and be quick for you guys. So, if you haven't already, get yourself a cuppa. Today I have chamomile tea because I've ran out of milk. And usually when I come up to the sewing room, I have an Earl Grey tea with milk and a sugar. And I have it in this so it keeps it nice and warm. Because sometimes, a lot, when it goes into winter across here, it can get cold. And I'm up in the attic. I have my own sewing room, which I'm very privileged to have. Up in the attic, so because it's upstairs, it's sometimes a little bit cold and drafty, especially when it hits like the lower temperatures, like 3-4 degrees Celsius. Yes, my hands get a bit cold. I have a little heater, but we've got to be careful because the thermostat for the boiler is up here, so if it gets too hot, the heating switches off in winter. Yeah. And it can get up to about 35 up here in summer Celsius, so it's kind of a scorcher. So thankfully I've got a skylight and it's got a blind, so I can try and keep it cool in summer and have it open. The UK houses are not built for hot weather at all. They want to retain heat for the cold, damp, dewy, minging weather. So yes, but I've got a few things to talk about today. So it's just going to be an informal chat about what I've been up to. I'm just trying to think of what else I can bring to the mix. Recently I have been stowing up a storm with the new Friday pattern Patina Blouse. It's a lovely little blouse. It's got 5 buttons on the front, and you can have it with cuffs, long sleeves with cuffs, or short sleeves. And it's got those lovely big statement sleeves as well, and a beautiful collar, lovely little collar. It's not a small collar by any means. My husband even commented, "Do you really like your big collars?" I said, "This is small compared to like another couple of blouses that I've got, i.e. the Bakerloo. That's impressive." So yes, so I've been on a storm, like literal flaming fire, bringing out those Pantinas. So I've done 3 in like a cotton lawn so far, and the 4th one that I'm working on is, I'll show it to you guys. You get first look. Oh well, Instagram gets first look because I've been showing little snippets on my Instagram stories. This is a beautiful Viscose Challis. So this is the first one that's not a cotton lawn. It is a Viscose Challis, and it's from the rag shop. And I've decided to do the long sleeves because it's quite autumnal. I can never say that right. If that sounded right, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, so I've got the collar on, and I've just got to turn this in and sew along here on the inside. So that's kind of the facing. Done the burrito method. I've got 2 labels on the inside. This one is by Kylie and the Machine, and this one was the Stitch Collective labels, one of a kind. They are no longer doing labels or anything like that, so unfortunately I quite like their labels. They were like slightly different from the norm, but yeah, so I need to use the sucker before the year runs out, so I'm on a little cricket mix with the sucker 21 labels in. So that is that. I've got to put the sleeves in, the cuffs on, the buttons on, and give it a nice little press, and you'll be able to see that probably on Instagram first. If you do follow me, you will get heads up of what I have made on the grid and in the stories, especially what I'm making. Kind of do little speedy little videos about what I'm making. The 5th Patina, if I've got enough, I still need to measure it. I think I've got 2 meters of this, and I think it's a crepe. I believe it could be a polyester crepe, and I've had this in my stash for ages. I thought I was going to make maybe culottes or a wide leg trouser with this, but I think I'm feeling more towards the Patina blouse, and I can get the Patina blouse out of 2 meters of fabric, especially if it's a 150 wide or 140 wide. So yes, it is a directional print, but I think I'll be able to get this. It's lovely autumnal colours, and if I'm on it, I can probably pair it with this lovely pinstripe of Viscose twill. I think that I got this from Sister Mantica here over in the UK. And again, I've had that in my stash for ages. I was thinking about a seam work marlow for this to go with that, as well as, You know when you think you've had this project in your head for ages with this? This was from Fabrics Galore, and I think this was one of my first online purchases with Fabric Galore, in my very early days of going ballistic with online orders for fabric. But I've had this, it's a Viscose, and it's a beautiful thing. I think I had in mind with some sort of dress, and then I thought I was going to do the Roscoe by True Bias, either the dress or the top. I think I've got 2.5 meters of this, so we'll have to check out the meterage. However, I was thinking, why not trousers? I'd probably get more wear out of trousers out of this. So maybe wide leg trousers. Maybe the Chancellors by Untitled Thoughts. What do you think? Give me all you've got. Like, right away in those comments, because I love reading your comments and I love interacting with you guys. So, yeah, let me know. So, yeah, so I was thinking about these two together. Or I've got some black, lovely black Cupro from Rainbow Fabrics that would be absolutely gorgeous with it. I have got plans to make a chunky corduroy dawn jeans, stretchy trousers, with corduroy that I got from the rag shop. The rag shop, Steph at the rag shop, gifted me with some beautiful chunky corduroy. It's actually downstairs, just washed and everything. So that's why I'm not showing you, but I'll try and put a photo up here. So yes, chunky corduroy, and yeah, I'm gonna make the dawns out of that. So this and the dawns, and this and the dawns would look absolutely amazing, as well as this Ashton top that I made back in September for my dad's wedding. Yes, this is a Viscose. It's definitely Viscose. It might be a crepe. It's Atelier Brunette Viscose. It's beautiful. It's the granito on a creamy base, and it's got those lovely peachy blue, caramel, cinnamon, all the little colours. It's like a mosaic in a way. Yeah, so this is going to be my 5th Patina if I've got enough. Otherwise I'll have to rethink. But yeah, I think that would look really lush, and dress it up. And I am crying out for these colours at the moment. Yeah, so that's going to be joyful. I've got other fabrics that it would go really well as well with. Yeah, I could even make, I've got a waffle knit, and I was thinking maybe doing a blackbird cardigan or a marlow cardigan with it. I've still got to make a marlow cardigan. Actually, I've got 2 fabrics that I've got to make a marlow cardigan by True Bias. Yeah, so yeah, this Friday Sews is going into Babbleland of how many projects I have got in my brain to actually do. Yeah, you'll know if you've watched this channel for quite some time now that I babble, and I have a lot of ideas, but I've got a lot of fabric that I would like to use before I buy anymore. I am on a hiatus or buying ban. I have been receiving fabric for blog posts if I get paid, or receive the fabric in return for a blog post. If I get paid, that's like a bonus, and I prefer that because it's kind of work. So yeah, but Next up, exciting post. It's the lovely little PDF envelopes from Pattern Trace. If you're in the UK, they've just had a 20% off sale. They probably will have it. If they do, I'll link it in the box below. You'll probably need to sign up to get an email subscriber thing, I think, maybe. I'll link it in the box below to the website. But I absolutely adore these envelopes. I use them for the PDF patterns that I get printed off either at home or at the copy shop, and I store them in here. I just think having a bit of artwork on it, the name and my notes, it just kind of keeps me right, and it keeps all my patterns that I've cut out regarding to PDF patterns all together. I am a messy sewer, and yeah, there's much needed organisation to happen in this sewing room. So yeah, I've got a lot of sorting out still to do. So yes. Next up, the other bit of post. I've been putting this on the back burner a bit. I don't know why, because it's a fabulous book and I really wanted to talk to you about it. It's the Cashmerette, Jenny Rushmore, Ahead of the Curve, the new book. It has 5 full-size patterns. A 16 to 36, which is a 12 to 32 in the US. It's been published in the UK, and I believe it's going to be released in the US sort of early November, around about the 9th of November, if I'm right. If you go onto Cashmerette site, you'll be able to find out. I'll link that in the box below, and I'll put the information that's right. But it's got 5 patterns, and I've noticed a couple of people in it from the UK, and it's Emily, who is Notinator on Instagram, and Corey, who is Ceramic67 on Instagram, as well as I think there was another one who I recognise as well. Sorry. Sorry, I'm with you. But it's a beautiful book. It comes with the patterns at the back, and I believe you can get a link to the PDF patterns, so you can actually get them copy shopped. So I'll have to look into that. I don't want to share it to you because that's just not fair. That spoils it. But yeah, I think that is sorry. Miranda, who is Merrymaker on Instagram. I'll show you the photo. Got I'm just yeah. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got the 7 sewers. So that is Ceramics 67 of Corey. And that is Dibs. And that's Emily, and that's Miranda. And I really should get that person's name right. Don't want to mark it because it's a brand. Oh, Andy. Sorry, Andy. That's Andy right there in the lovely gingham checkered dress. I think it really suits her. It really is nice. But the book is really, really good. So Jenny goes through the bad fitting and how to fit it properly if you've got issues. But I mean, it's really in depth, and for the sizes, this is for a size book. Like, it's properly sized for these sizes, if that makes sense. I'm really selling this book, but yeah, I was on the fence about this for ages, and I thought, you know what, all my other pattern books that, like the Merchant and Mills, I used to have Tilly and the Buttons, but I destashed them. Whoops. Because what's the point in having 0 to 20 when I'm not even going to use it? I just felt there's no point. I've got both Merchant and Mills books, and I've got a few other ones as well. I've got Birder Style book, I've got Cloth book, I've got Breaking the Pattern book, but I've not got the other one by named, because I was like, what's the point? They don't go up and over to my size. So, but this is so good. So yeah, I'm excited to use them, especially for the trousers. I am kind of deep diving into trousers at the moment. I know that I've got plenty of dresses, can't drag me away from dresses, but I'm doing a lot of separates at the moment, like tops and trousers. It's probably just due to the drab weather, but I know that I would like to dive into the trousers a bit more, because obviously the weather this season, it's coming, it's autumn, it's going to be winter very, very soon. And also looking at the ready to wear market, there's only like really 1 or 2 types of trousers that I really feel comfortable with, and it's ready to wear, and I'm like, no, I want to start making my trousers and having like to go to patterns that I really enjoy wearing. So yeah, that is Friday Sews. But if you feel that I've missed something out, let me know, because this is my first one, and I'm just trying to do it without any takes, so without any editing apart from adding photos in. So it's meant to be quite a quick video. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. So if you like my little ramblings, stay tuned. I've got a few plans coming up next week, so I hope to do a video on coats and coat patterns, because the weather is crying out for that. And I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing regarding my coat patterns. I have one that I really want to do, and I'll show you what I've been sewing, like a wee sneak peek before it goes on Instagram, if it hasn't already. I can't guarantee that. But yeah, and feel free to ask me anything if you just find me on my YouTube channel. I'm also available over on Instagram as well, and please do subscribe, give me a little thumbs up, comment, love answering your questions and having a wee chit chat in the comments box below, and I will try and link as much information that I've chatted about in the box below as well, so that gives you a little bit of a heads up. Okay, I'm gonna say bye. Bye!